What's up guys, Omni here. You guys know how it goes, another day, another video. Last night I tweeted I sleep what recent news, topics, tweets, videos you want me to talk about tomorrow. And yeah guys, today is Wednesday, September 29th. Apparently today is coffee day. I woke up this morning, went to Starbucks because I ran out of coffee. I got this for free. This is not an ad. So if you watch this video sometime before the end of the day and you haven't gotten your free coffee at Starbucks, go and get it. I got a black coffee, so maybe that's why. Number one, what you probably need to know, this is pretty huge and big news. Juan Santos let me know this, said need to know boxing great Manny Pacquiao has retired. And it's from the Fox Sports PBC. As of yesterday, it's finally been officially announced that Manny Pacquiao has officially announced he will retire from boxing after a 26-year legendary career. Yeah, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. He was 62, 8, and 2. Very known and mostly popular for his fight with lots of fighters, but also Floyd Mayweather. This is just a king and a GOAT finally retiring. Number two, what you probably need to know, Toby said the best thing to ever happen in the history of ever. And it's a tweet that says, Mom Spaghetti, it's all ready Detroit, come through Wednesday, info on the store site. Marshall Mathers, the actual Eminem, made this daggone tweet in this video, and it's called Mom Spaghetti.
Get your sweaters ready, Detroit. Mom Spaghetti is coming to 2131 Woodward Avenue. Want some road pasta after the game?
Got that.
I look good,
Meatballs?
actually.
You know we got that.
What about the Sketty sandwich? Mom's got that too. Get ready to get some Mom Spaghetti, Detroit. Opening in the alley next to Union Assembly this September. 313-888-8388. Mom Spaghetti. It's all ready. Ready.
I don't know why this is a thing, but now you know that this is a thing. Number three, what you probably need to know, thanks Aaron Bland 20 for this, said MatPat, a $1 million fundraiser at the end of the year for the second time. So if you guys don't know MatPat, the guy who's trying his hardest to become the new Jeopardy host and host of Game Theory on YouTube, does this fundraising at the end of the year where he gets a whole bunch of huge collaborations with a bunch of other big YouTubers, and they throw this huge fundraiser. It's usually really fun, it's usually a really big deal, and he's bringing on creators right now in order to do this fundraiser again for a second time. His actual tweet that he posted here that said Game Theory's 1 million challenge for St. Jude is happening again November 30th. This year's show is already bigger and you can be part of it. Click the link to learn how to join the campaign, set signed merch, and be featured on the big stream. So if you guys want to be part of it, go for it. I doubt that I'd probably be able to get on there, but yeah, who knows. Number four, and what you probably need to know, a lot of need to know segments. I told you, a lot of quick things happening today. Emily in Boston said BTS is going back on tour. Everyone's favorite K-pop group. Yeah, they're coming back. I guess they were taking a break. They were on hiatus for a little bit. Apparently their first stop is 4 nights in Inglewood SoFi Stadium. And guys, wow, they've been gone for quite some time. It says here, global pop, super pop BTS will soon be shining through the city of angels with a little funk and soul. The chart-topping South Korean boy band will reunite with fans in person for the first time since 2019 this fall in Los Angeles, according to a Monday announcement from the group's record label. The Dynamite hitmakers will perform at Inglewood SoFi Stadium for 4 nights, November 27th, 28th, and December 1 through 2. So yeah, my guess is they probably pulled away from live performances because of the whole COVID and the pandemic and stuff like that. But as you guys can see, nature is healing. But guys, last but not least, and what you probably need to know, this is something that none of you guys have brought up, but I've been hearing this everywhere, even from some of my close friends and family. There's this Netflix show called, or I want to say series called Squid Game. It's a Korean TV show where basically a bunch of people get together, no spoilers by the way, they get together and they have to basically gamble. They're broke and they go and they gamble, and if they win, they can, get out of debt. If they lose, they die. It's already become like #1 watched on Netflix, and definitely one of those shows that you should probably watch if you're trying to get in with the whole trend and the whole killing games thing. I love killing game concepts. Someone was explaining the premise of Squid for me without spoilers, and I was like, whoa, that sounds exactly like Kaiju. Kaiju, a game, this dude completely broke, owes a lot of money, and all these business guys were like, hey, come aboard this ship and then play all of these games where everyone's cheating, and if you can make it out, then yeah, you'll get out of debt. But unfortunately, these games also lead to your death as well. So, but yeah, I haven't watched Squid yet. I'm going to watch it 100%. People are saying that it's going viral and trending and is as good as the concepts of like Parasite. If you guys haven't watched Parasite, by the way, it's also another Korean-based movie that you need to watch. So yeah, oh, in case you're curious, when I do finish watching Squid Game, I will give a review on that show here sometime in the future. So Aiden Dury and a lot of you guys said, I kind of want to hear the perspective of someone who knows and understands money in regards to this, but I understand if it's a bit too political for your channel. CNN had made this statement yesterday that literally just said the US government will run out of money by October 18th. Treasury Secretary said You imagine you at school, dog. You got the secretary of your little president club out there, like, President, we out of money. The piggy bank is empty, dog. How do you run out of money, U.S. government? What happened? The article reads that Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen warned lawmakers that the federal government will likely run out of cash and extraordinary measures by October 18th unless Congress raises the debt ceiling, or if they go on twitch.tv and do a huge subathon, like a nice, Bro, what are you doing, government? What are you doing? The new estimate from Yellen raised that the risk that the United States could default on its debt in a matter of weeks if Washington fails to act. A default would likely be catastrophic, tanking markets and the economy and delaying payments to millions of Americans. Quote, it is uncertain whether we continue to meet all the nation's commitments after that date. Yellen wrote in a letter adding the projection is based on estimated tax payments. TLDR, the U.S. government is in debt. They're always in debt. That's nothing new, nothing special. There's this thing called the debt ceiling, which is an imaginary number that's usually made up by the government that lets you know, like, hey, if you hit this number, if you go past this point, you're going to go into default. And if you go into default, then all hell breaks loose. This has a lot to do with either A, expenditure from the government, or B, just not having enough money to cover their debt. So what the government usually does in order to not go into default is raise the debt limit. That way they don't go into the default and the integrity of the United States dollar doesn't come into a question. However, for the debt limit to come up, it's this whole two-party system where Republicans and Democrats have to basically agree on some things. And if they don't, then I think one of the biggest things that people are going to probably see in the beginning and early days of this is probably a lot of government shutdown type scenarios or furloughs. But on top of that, the stock market can tank. The faith in U.S. bonds can fall, and the dollar can become, weaker. It's not good that this is happening. TLDR, the United States is a little kid. And you got the mommy Democrats and you got the daddy Republicans. And this kid basically is going into debt. And in order to not go into debt, they can just raise what that number is. Or the kid can follow a budget so that they don't lose money. Stop buying all these lollipops and stuff like that. But mom and dad don't agree on the budget. Mom and dad don't agree on the debt ceiling. Mom and dad have different agendas. So yeah, with mom and dad fighting, the United States are going to be sitting there, just kind of sitting there like, I don't know what to do. And the people that are going to be suffering are you. So, yeah. All right, guys, what's going on with MiHoYo in China again? This one is absolutely wild. Even if you're not into gaming, even if you're not into Genshin Impact, the freaking impact, pun intended, about this game is absolutely wild. I saw it trending with over 500,000 tweets yesterday on Twitter. Just on Twitter alone, that's how wild it was trending. And it's probably one of the biggest mess ups in gaming history, if I'm not mistaken. Lincoln Lau said, I know everyone else has probably mentioned it since I'm a little late, but Genshin Impact had an anniversary and it went from 4.5 to 0.06. That's right, guys. Everyone's been review bombing the Genshin Impact game. If you guys see here, look at the ratings. It's at a 0.6, 2 million views. And everyone is giving it a bad score because they're extremely pissed off about what MiHoYo did when it comes to doing the anniversary rewards, aka rewards for, players playing this game for an entire year, or, or the game just existing for an entire year. The award system was completely terrible. We talked about this a little bit already. Anyway, I found this discussion thread on Reddit, which I felt like kind of explained everything really quick, fast, and in a hurry. By Derby Card said, answer, as with all gacha style games, meaningful rewards are few and far between. The masses were hoping that with the anniversary approaching, the company would give out some nice progression boosting rewards or a free character. The short answer is they're basically giving nothing at all. They are giving everyone rewards, but the rewards are so small and meaningless in the scale of what people who have been playing the game for a bit need. Is just insulting. People have taken to review bombing them and protest because Genshin Impact has been a massive success in terms of generating many times more money than development costs, and the company is basically giving nothing back to their players in return. It's like Bethesda giving you an extra cheese wheel for the anniversary of Skyrim in 2012. You probably have enough cheese wheels. A little bit more detail into the situation. This person said a few additional things I think are worth noting. It's basically a hallmark of gacha games that the anniversary events give you the most free stuff by far in most cases. By the way, guys, this stuff that they're giving, they're digital assets, their characters, their skins, they're digital. So it's not like MiHoYo is actually giving away free money. They're just creating something that you can have in exchange for, most of these people, the average user probably spends well over $100 when they play this game. And we're talking about millions upon millions of people playing this game. Many Genshin Impact's events thus far have been fairly generous in terms of free rewards. Since this event is stingy by comparison, players are being disappointed by their own high expectations for the anniversary based on other gacha games. So yeah, it's like Christmas and going under the Christmas tree, seeing a present, and it's like a banana or something. I mean, if you really like bananas, then I guess you'll be happy, but MiHoYo, the company behind the game, has not responded to the outrage. They seem to have been hoping it would die down on its own, but eventually started blocking and purging the flood of negative comments, threads, reviews on various community discussion sites a few days ago, aka trying to bottleneck all discussion and censor as much as possible in classic China fashion. Continuing, I'm not really sure what alternatives they have besides giving in and dumping free crap on players, but it's not a good look. Players are blowing this way out of proportion in my opinion. However, the paid content, albeit completely optional, and the game is quite expensive, and it's difficult to justify those price tags when the game has made such an enormous amount of money. Anyway, the game itself is pretty awesome. And guys, the outrage for these rewards have gone such out of control that other games that aren't even associated with MiHoYo, Genshin Impact, are getting review bombed as well. There's this thing here, Arknights, Clash of Clans gets 1-star reviews thanks to Genshin Impact Anniversary. Blood and hatred and rage is boiling over from this game, and it's spilling off into other games. It says here, Genshin Impact players have lashed out over the first anniversary event by review bombing the game, and even Honkai Impact 3rd. However, in a bizarre turn of events, even non-MiHoYo games like Arknights of Clash, blah blah blah, have been affected. I feel like if you're really trying to prove a point, you should be giving every other game that's not MiHoYo like a 5-star. Like, you're kind of defeating your purpose by lowering the limit of all games in general, right? That's not the point. You're not supposed to be just negative to everyone. Like, give the competitors positive reviews and only, hate bomb the the Genshin Impact game. Like, guys, here's Honkai Impact and some of the reviews. You can see here it reads, it says 1-star, Genshin best game. 1-star, Genshin anniversary reward sucks. 1-star, thanks MiHoYo, best dev. It's like they're accomplishing the opposite of what they're trying to do here. This is what happens when riots go wild, right? They don't care where they point the gun or sword at, as long as someone gets cut. Guys, that's the Genshin Impact news in a nutshell. As somebody who has been a part of the whole gacha vortex situation as well, I mean, this could have been avoided very easily with no kind of penalties whatsoever from MiHoYo and Genshin Impact. Like, there's two sides to the story, right? On one end, you don't have to spend any money. People can basically say that these guys are going wild and crazy and getting too mad and big baby rage mad for no reason, and they should just be fine and happy and content and all that stuff. But number two, you can also say that all of these people who are whining and complaining is what made this game so successful in the first place. And it being a gacha vortex game, I'm telling you, this game is eating up money. Their profits have to be like off the roof. So to be honest, there's no real excuse on the first year anniversary of this game for them to not come out there like Santa Claus and bless all of their users with as many gifts as possible, at least making it one of the best things, especially for a 1-year anniversary, dog. It's like if you were dating, you had a girlfriend, boyfriend or whatever, a wife, husband, and on the 1-year anniversary, you came out and you gave them a pencil. It's like, bro, really? A pencil? That's the gift? You just looked around, I forgot to give you a gift. Here's a pencil. It's that bad, and obviously it will create a lot of rage, especially when that boyfriend and or girlfriend is replaced with millions of people who spent hundreds of dollars on the game. It's not hard for MiHoYo to appease the fans here. It wasn't hard for them to make more effort into just making everyone satisfied. They didn't even have to go balls off the wall. They just could have just did, the bare minimum at least, but they couldn't do that. So yeah. Anyway, that's the whole Genshin Impact drama in a nutshell. Curious to see what MiHoYo is going to actually do, if they're going to respond. I know this thing is becoming absolutely big and is blowing up. It's affecting the reviews. They're doing some bans and stuff. Eventually, they got to drop the primo gems. They got to drop the rewards. It's probably going to happen at this point. But all right, guys, that's all I have for today's video. If you made it to the end, drop a like on the video. It would mean the world to me. Just lets me know that you made it to the end. Subscribe if you guys haven't already, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Stay safe, stay hydrated. Hopefully you get your primo gems, and yeah, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.